My next fight's in Adrenaline. It's going to be in May, I believe. And then I'm not sure who I'm fighting. And then Affliction 3 right after that.
Any word on like who your possible opponents in either show might be?
No idea yet. Tonight, they said they'd let us know after this show for Affliction, and sure we'll get something together in the next couple weeks for Adrenaline.
Is there any fights in particular in Affliction that you're looking for, like a rematch with Fedor or Arlovsky?
I'd definitely like a rematch with Fedor. I really don't have anything to prove to fight Arlovsky. I knocked him out, and then I beat his ass the third time. So I don't know if the fans really want to see that. If the fans want to see it, and if Affliction does, then absolutely. But I definitely want to fight Fedor again. I didn't get a chance to show myself. I think I could do a lot better than what I did the first time.
Since you left the UFC, like Dana White was talking a little trash here and there. Like, what was your opinion about that? Did you take it personally, or how did you look at it?
I haven't heard anything that Dana said. I've heard rumors, but it's Dana White trying to sell tickets.
What's the biggest challenge for you as a fighter in terms of training? Like, what's the hardest part of training for you?
There's really no hard part to training. Trying to stay injury free, I guess. Breaking the body down and trying to peak at the right time and stay injury free. Everyone knows the sport's so tough. It's hard to stay injury free. So just staying injury free is the main thing.
Like Riggs told me this. Like I didn't know this before. It's hard for you to get abs because you used to be a little bit heavier than you are now. Like, could you mind talking about that? Like, how did you lose the weight and how did you get into MMA?
I've just been a fat kid, growing up I was a fat kid. I just don't have the physique that some guys do, but I've seen it perform really well at the way I look and the way I take care of myself in the ring. So I've just kind of forgotten about my physique and just worried about what I do in the ring, really.
What was your biggest size when you maxed out?
240 pounds.
Wow. And in terms of the MMA industry, where do you see it going in 5 years or 10 years from now?
Possibly 20 years from now we'll be in the Olympics, I'm hoping. It's still growing, it's still raw, everyone's improving, and the fighters just keep getting better and better and younger, so I don't know where or when it's gonna stop, but I'm along for the ride. I'm enjoying it.
What's your opinion of pro wrestlers like Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley moving into mixed martial arts and Kurt Angle talking about it?
Well, look what Brock's done so far. I think that says enough.
You want to fight him?
I'd love to fight Brock, absolutely. He's the heavyweight champ right now. So.
What kind of strategy would you use going in a fight with him?
I would definitely have to keep the fight standing up, right? It's given, he's big and strong and he's a hell of a wrestler, so if I keep the fight standing up and try to knock him out, like I do in all my fights.
When you worked for UFC and you worked for Affliction, what's the difference working for the two companies?
I was one of many superstars in the UFC, and kind of treated that way. I'm one of few in Affliction, and I feel like I'm like their main one. They really take care of their guys. As far as this fight, it is cool. They knew it, and they're really good fighters. And they're doing this because they fighters. Because they're looking at millions that get fight. They're doing it. They want to take care of the fighters. They have friends that are stalled before they started putting on fights. And, that came to a halt. So they're like, well, if you don't want to have our fighters fighting in your show and let them wear our clothes, then we'll start our own show.
Do you feel that there should be a union for fighters? Do you think
there definitely should be a union for fighters? Absolutely, 100%.
Why don't a main eventer like yourself kind of put the power together and get other main eventers like Randy and Chuck together?
We're actually in the works of that right now. Now that you're speaking about it.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, I can't get into depth now, but I left the UFC and became a free agent. Josh Barnett's a free agent. Arlovsky's a free agent. A few others are free agents. And that's the way we're going to start doing this. Randy jumped aboard, and then kind of had to go back because he didn't have many years left to fight, and he couldn't keep getting, you know, tied up in law. But you know, it's just little steps at a time, just being free agents and gonna fight wherever we can fight, and us taking control of ourselves, not having somebody else control us.
Is there any, like, can you tell us, like, I mean, you probably talk to a lot of guys or hear information that people like me or other people online, let's say, don't read or hear. Is there anybody, like, any champions or anybody who's, like, on the top level of UFC right now that's talking to you guys and hearing what you're doing, that's want to, like, quit UFC?
I'm not talking about any of that, bro.
Okay.
Any of that.
But like, it's going in that direction, maybe?
I'm not talking about any of that.
All right.
Are you ready, dude? Get down to you, 20 minutes. Yeah.
We're waiting for
No, we're not waiting for anybody else anymore. Let's go.
Thanks,
Sorry,
Tim.
guys. I got a jet.